QAnon being vindicated is making me so happy right now. I feel like it's a good reminder for leftists, Democrats, liberals of all sorts to remember that sometimes a village idiot is actually saying something intelligent and you should listen. But you guys don't live in community, so you don't understand this concept. And I feel like you guys consistently push ideas away if the person doesn't completely agree with everything that you're about. You just throw these weird liberal labels onto them because you went to Stanford University and you have a degree, so you think you're the smart one, when in fact a lot of these people have a lot more street smarts than you and a lot more intuition than you do. And QAnon also says some very crazy things. I'm not saying yeah, they're completely right. A broken clock is right twice a day. And this is a lot of the reason that these Republicans don't mess with us outside the homophobia and racism, Christian nationalism, is that you don't listen to them. Just be like, maybe not. You make fun of them, you chide them, and then you bring your degrees in academia to the conversation. You ruin the conversation. You don't listen, and then later on you end up looking weird, because I'm seeing all these videos now of people making these jokey videos about what's in the files, and then in the comments everyone's like, oh, they were so close, they almost got it right. So did you, ho? Because I see in the same video comments, they're like, well, Obama's not in the files. First of all, you don't know that. And if that's the case, dummy, why do you think that is? Did you want to think about why? He's the only person who was able to slip the grip of this global conspiracy. What? Again, you just believe things that are put into your head. You went to a university, they pretended to teach you how to think, but they just jammed a bunch of shit into your head that you're just repeating. The unfortunate part is you actually believe you're smarter than other people, and you're not. Everybody has different levels of smarts. And obviously, QAnon is its very own psyop. I believe probably Steve Bannon designed it allegedly to make those people look like idiots. It makes me think back to how we even, I remember it was Pizzagate and then Hillary Clinton and he was running. I feel like if we would have actually engaged in this conversation in a real way, because there was evidence of this being true actually a long time ago, that we could have even possibly prevented Donald Trump from even becoming the president, and Hillary Clinton as well. That never happened because they forced Bernie out of the ring. And I just feel like you guys aren't noticing as a group. I've left the Democratic Party. I don't care. It's useless, ineffective. And I'm not going to be aligned with purposeful losers. It's just because a lot of you guys are so academic, you will just believe whatever NPR tells you or whatever the sanctioned news source, because you're I don't want to look crazy. Just no one ever challenged the election of this fool that just allegedly won because they didn't want to look like him the last time. So you just got played because you're too afraid of how something looks, instead of actually listening and texturally feeling it out and being wait, could this possibly be valid? I just feel the way that Democrats absorb information is very snobbish. And again, this is the reason that people don't like us. They don't want to align with us. And asking people what's your source for stuff that's just life experience based. And you trust the media that is literally part of the maintenance of your oppression. Not part of it. It's basically the biggest provider of the maintenance of your oppression. It's well, look what they've been doing. We have the files. We don't, for years. They've been running this over your brain for a long time and still doing nothing about it. They're not reporting on what's in the files. They're not saying, hey, I think this guy was actually running our entire government from his massage table. And again, we could be Republicans who are it's Trump, he's the only one who can save us. If you're my favorite person's not in there, they're acting exactly like those people that you thought were village idiots. That's why they think you're an idiot too. So we could get this together. Today, you should go to your weird drunk Republican uncle and be dude, all those QAnon posts you did on Facebook years ago, you were right? And then you could get some cohesion, right? Then you can worm into his brain. I also will admit this, and now I'm what else did QAnon say? I didn't obviously follow them, but were they the birthers with Obama's birth certificate? Were they around at the beginning of COVID? I'm what else were they talking about? Because I said, a broken clock is still right twice a day. This is only one. I'm wait, is there another one?